Sometimes you just can't tell what they're thinking.
Did she accept your proposal?
Well, didn't really come down to that. I sort of blurted it out. She just stood there with this funny look in her eye.
She accepted your proposal?
Fair dinkum. Oh, I never hoped for much once I got locked up in here, but meeting Alice. Hey, tell us, Mr. P, you've known her for longer than I have. There must be something she really likes.
Well, food mainly.
Oh, well, no worries there. All she'd have to do is snap her fingers. I'd take on the meanest bull in the state to give her a good feed.
Oh, not in my kitchen, you don't. I'd better get back to lunch.
Oh, thanks for the yarn, Mr. P.
That's all right.
See? That wasn't so hard, was it?
No, dear.
You made me look a bloody fool in front of the women.
Told us what
Hard enough to get your respect around here without having to.
She's accusing everyone.
Oh, he's only trying to make us all look stupid, can't you see that? I told you those classes were ridiculous.
I wouldn't have said
waste
that.
of time.
The women were very enthusiastic about the lessons. All the lessons. If you could just tell us what you require.
He doesn't give a damn about us. He doesn't enjoy breaking
that's
rules.
Enough. You and I'll have a chat in my office after your class.
Speaking of which...
The purpose of this meeting, believe it or not, was to discuss Rita Connors. She's completed her first course of chemotherapy and appears to be coping.
I don't understand why she's still here. Surely Wentworth
There is
General's
no
better equipped to
justification,
take her.
medically or otherwise, for transferring her. Doctors agree she's better off here in a normal environment.
Call this normal?
Well, surely under the circumstances they could pardon her.
It has been offered, Mervyn, but she wants to be here with her friends.
She's only got her Aunt Ida.
Fat lot of good she'd be.
The next chemo session is in 2 weeks' time. She won't have any strength, and she'll need help for a few days. I was going to ask one of the women to do it, but I don't think it'd be fair on them emotionally, so I was wondering if one of you would volunteer.
I'll do it.
There won't be any extra pay.
I wasn't expecting any.
And it won't be easy. Connors isn't a lightweight. There is the cleaning up side.
I said I'd do it.
All right, if you're certain, thank you. And thank you for your attention. That's all. She never ceases to surprise me. I don't understand it. There's nothing to gain for her career.
Perhaps the women are getting to her more than we've realised. I mean, this way she won't have to deal with them.
Possibly, but they hate each other. Why help your enemy?
She won't even talk to me. How do you expect me to teach her?
By looking beyond that barrier, appeal to her intelligence. She's got an inquiring mind. That's all she needs to overcome her medical label.
You don't believe she's retarded?
She's been ignored. Put in the too hard department.
I know. They've been shunting her back and forth for years.
You started her off, encouraged her to learn, and I want that to continue.
So do I, but she won't have anything to do with me, Tom.
You give up too easy.
I betrayed her trust. At least she thinks I did.
I'm not saying it'll happen overnight, but if you persevere, cop the knockbacks, any wall can be broken down. You care about Merle, don't you? So don't give up on her.
I haven't.
Then why do you want to run away from it?
Look, I wanted to learn too, but if I'm here, she'll just
She'll
reject...
nothing. We both wanted to learn, and that's the important thing. If you help her from the teaching angle, your friendship will return. Believe me.
What? So? What's she doing here? I don't want her here. You send her away. I'm not going to stay here.
Who'd have thought you'd have been nursemaiding me?
Oh, shut up, Connors. You're gonna need all your strength to get back to your
Can I have a
dorm.
lungful of air before I go, please? What I wouldn't give to be on a tropical island now.
You can't win tats without a ticket.
True. But why gamble when there's $250,000 to be had for a dead cert?
Not with you.
There's this finance company me and Slash has staked out. Down to the safe combination. Like I said, there's $250,000 in there overnight, just waiting for someone to take it.
Yeah. Why didn't you do it?
There's one big bummer. You can get in, but you can't get out. Now listen, that's why we never did it. But what if the person getting caught's got nothing to lose?
Oh, someone like you, for instance.
This person gets in, takes the money, hides it in a pre-arranged place, the Dunnies or something. The alarm goes off and she gets nicked.
The chemo's really affecting you.
She tells the pigs a mate of hers got away with the money, making it look convincing, of course.
Oh, like smashing a window, perhaps.
The accomplice goes in the next day, cool as a cucumber. Picks up the money and walks straight out with it.
Another unsolved crime in our great city, eh? What would you do with all that money? You're not about to go to Hayman Island.
It's Auntie Ida and a few of me mates. I want to see them right before I go.
Oh, that's very magnanimous of you.
Yeah, well, it's the kind of girl I am. Besides, I don't want to go out on my knees.
Well, what about Ida or your bikie mates? Why can't they do it?
She's too old. And I can't trust the others. You need ice in your blood to get out with the loot right under their noses.
Makes you think you can trust me?
Simple. I give Ida a letter naming you. We write it together, one copy only. You get the letter when she gets the money.
It's very good, Connors. But you're forgetting one thing. I'm not interested. Why should I be?
You need the money, Ferguson. The women are finished with you. I'm only just holding them together. When I'm gone, you've got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, if ever I get desperate, I'll know where to find you.
Okay, let's try it this way. Now, you can have 3 plus 3, or you can have 4 plus 2, or 5 plus 1. But they all make 6, don't they?
That makes more sense, doesn't it? Okay, we'll come back to the numbers later. They make anyone angry when they won't work out.
It's not the numbers that's making me angry.
Well, it couldn't be people, because we sorted that out last time, didn't we?
They're using me rays on her and they're not working.
Could be you're using your rays on the wrong people. No. Or maybe they need to be recharged. Let's give your batteries a bit of a kick, huh? Just grab those pictures for me, will you? Okay, Mel, now this is a tricky game. I want you to look at these pictures and then remember them. Okay, first picture. Up. Next. Yeah. Next. Okay. What's the first picture? All right, never mind, never mind. What about the other two?
Food. And a shoe.
That's terrific, Mel. Good on you.
See, you can do it.
Well, well. Super Scoop Blotty at it again, huh?
Watch yourself, Mullins. Have you on an insolence charge if you're not careful.
Risk your precious career?
You're pretty smart, don't you?
Well, you didn't find him.
Don't worry, I will.
Do you think I'd be stupid enough to hide damaging evidence in there? You know, I've got all the time in the world to find places to hide them. Places you'd be bright enough to think of. I just lie awake at night thinking about it. Don't worry, you'll be all right. Just so long as you do what you're told.
You'll pay for this, Mullins. As soon as they find those bottles, you'll pay for it.
Yeah. Don't you come heavy with me, because you set me up. And by God, you're going to pay for that.
You've been getting too big for your boots, Mullins. It's time someone brought you back into line.
Lisa! Lisa, what happened? What's wrong?
What do you think? I knew she'd get even with us. It was great to gang up on her. She said she's going to get back at all of us one by one.
Madam Freak, I should have known there's no mark.
Oh, Rick, we were so smug about being on top. But I just didn't think of the repercussions. She's going to get all of us. We've got to do something. Wait. Don't you care? She'll get you too, you know.
Come on, let's get you back to your dorm. There's a bit of time before the end of work, so you'll get a bit of rest. I'll tell Lurch and the girls to cover for you.
About the freak. What are we gonna do?
Don't worry about it, Lisa. This is going to take a bit of planning.
Hey, do you reckon Marty will call on you when you get out?
If I get out.
You will. They've got her with the new evidence. Would you like him to?